The behavior of George Weah is a carryover of a Goodluck Ebele Jonathan in 2015. So that patriotism, as you say, it originated from the maturation of the political system. The democratic model adopted will be mature according to repeated practice.
Welcome to Noble TV Live. We are looking at still on some of the things that are happening in African continent, particularly as touching politics. And this time around, we're talking about the election that was just concluded in Liberia, wherein an opponent actually defeated the incumbent George Weah. And with me to discuss the outcome of this election and the matters arising or the lessons therefrom is no other person than Gray Amona. You're welcome to the program.
Thanks.
Okay. Now, election has come and gone in Liberia. Well, I don't know whether they're still voting, but whether they're still voting or not, the president of Liberia, George Weah, has actually congratulated the winner of that election.
Okay.
Yes. What is your assessment of this election compared to what you have been hearing or witnessing in other parts of Africa?
Well, what just took place in Liberia should be one of the encouraging symptoms of positive prospects for democratic governance, because democratic governance is about allowing contention, to visit the process. So you have processual and institutional prospects, for change. This is what Dudley used to talk about, paradigm change. So the readiness, with which George Weah congratulated Ambassador Joseph Boakai simply implies that all is still, auspicious for this part of the world with regard to how she practices democratic politics. You see, Colorado, democratic politics is hard to handle and also hard to handle. I suppose what is hard to handle is hard to handle, Abi. Yeah. So it's about cultural engineering of the process. Pitfalls will be there, errors will be there, processual and institutional operational errors will be there. But at the end of the day, some of the features also still remind us of the need for us to, bring about positive systemic change, because some electoral officers were attacked. These things are not still auspicious, but given the fact that it was a close shave statistically, one was 50%. At a point, Boakai was 50%. George Weah was 49%.
49.1%.
Yes, 49.1%. So if you had that kind of statistical close shave at the end, culminating in a positive decider, therefore there's hope for Africa. Well, you may say Liberia's case is also distinctive because a former American colony and a place where resettled slaves were there. So over a long time, it has matured institutionally. But all the same, this is a society that also had civil conflagration, military dictatorship, such a Doe. At the end of the day, a democratic restructuring has taken place. Yeah. Yes. And all that. Yeah. So it implies that at the end of the day, we still have hope that certain facets of the African, experience, will be smooth. The more we practice it. Politics, the democratic model adopted will be, mature according to repeated practice. That is the litmus test for democratic governance, efficiency, and effectiveness. Practice is just it.
Okay, now, do you see the reaction of George Weah as a sign of patriotism, or rather it was something that maybe as a result of the election being clearly defined, that is a credible election, or maybe he was just being patriotic, not wanting any problem from the country? Is it something that you see in that light? Either?
Patriotism has a synonym in terms of political virtue: maturity. When you are mature, politically or institutionally, when a political society is institutionally mature, it brings people that show patriotic tendencies. So that patriotism, as you say, it originated from the maturation of the political system.
Okay.
So it's a show of maturity, and by extension, patriotic, behavior. So that's
not necessarily because of the credible election or something.
Credibility of the exercise may have some kind of litmus test deficiencies and all sorts, but at the end of the day, you are able to put aside your own ego, your own expectation, and believe more in the efficacy of the entire macro system. So the behavior of George Weah is a carryover of a Goodluck Ebele Jonathan in 2015. The drama had not ended. He called the generals. Congratulations. Even when his own political family became livid, he said, man, what are you trying to do? But it's a good thing.
Yeah. Okay. What does this portend for African politics?
It portends that African politics is still moving, parallel. You still have centrifugal, you still have central tendency, trends. Central tendency trends are those trends that will, bequeath a good legacy for the future of democratic practice. Then the centrifugal ones are those that are still talking about electoral failure, electoral crisis, rigging, over voting, vote buying. You understand? So there's parallel movement, and when there's parallel movement, the forecaster will be a little bit watchful before making sweeping statements.
Yes, we're drawing the curtain to a close here on this segment of Noble TV Live, talking about the elections that just took place in Liberia. Gray Amona has admitted, yes, there may be flaws in the election. Maybe some persons, as usual, crying foul, or maybe, trying to challenge one form of misbehavior among the politicians or the other. But he says the winning gap is too close for anybody to actually take away the fact that it was a stiff competition, because he says, yes, the winner scored about 50-point-something%, while the runner-up, as it were, George Weah, the incumbent president, scored about 49.1%. It was a very good show of strength among the politicians. And he says if Africans can look at the election results and maybe congratulate the opponents, just like Jonathan did in Nigeria in 2015, maybe we are on our way to actually developing politically. Of course, believing that the electoral umpires will also try to show up their game to ensure that as much as possible, credibility is enshrined into their activities. So, thank you for being there. We expect that after this now, you contribute by, sharing. You share, you like, and of course, comment, as you also press the notification button in case we come up again with other updates. Thank you for being there. My name is Augustine Omilo, and I've been with Gray Amona. You're welcome. And
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah.